All right, we're live. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. Um, Gino, thoughts on COVID? This will be a 3-hour stream. Still, what is this, week 5 or 6? Guys, I just spent the past 60, 70 seconds talking, because I can't coordinate. You have to hit in the upper right up there. There's a go live, but there's also an enter stream. And I never remember to do them both. So today, you know what I did? I entered the stream. I was in the stream, I was hanging out. Were you looking at me? Did you see me? Did you see me screaming at the stream, not saying a goddamn thing? Hey, you know what I did? I entered the stream. I was in the stream. There you go. There you go. So we're good to go. All right. And apparently I'm in now. Now I know I'm in. I have the right glasses on today. I found my other glasses. Guys, there's really not. Oh, that is the first real coffee. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me, guys? You can hear me, right? Are we not in? We're not? No? Guys, no? I know we're on. He's a good one. Can you guys hear me? What does that mean, not plugged in? Guys, I know I'm on. I know you can hear me, right? Test 1, 2. Well, okay, so we're good. Then I don't know what we were doing. All right, so look. Look, I'm just here because I said I'd be here today. I mean, no, that's not the right attitude. Look, I was going to stream yesterday. I like doing the stream on Friday. I do. But yesterday, I just had to take a step away from all the horse shit that's going on. Now, the latest thing is, shout out Canoe's labia. By the way, shout out Canoe. Today is 7-month anniversary of me and the lovely Canoe. We went out for a steak dinner last night. We both love our steaks. We went out. Then we came home. We watched a little TV. We did a little something. Daddy lasted 16 seconds. That's another one. Always in, Gino. Never pull out, Mikey Parada. And I guess here, if there's anywhere to catch you up on the silliness of, and I'm telling you, I had two gigs on Thursday. LOL, of course, so we tease it. 2 spots at LOL, and I'm a record guru one. Daddy doesn't mean to toot his horn, but beep beep. And by the way, that's all such horseshit. And don't get me wrong, like I'm the first of anyone to make fun of my sexual prowess. But the thing I enjoyed most about that 16-second thing is, like Stacy was such a good guest Thursday because it underscored how all MLC is, all Chad is. It's 1,000 fucking sad, angry people on the internet, and no one in real life knows what's going on. And Stacy, God bless her, did our show. And if you saw it, she goes on MLC. And this is what I'm saying. I was talking about this to other comics on Thursday. So I'm out at a comedy club on Thursday, and I'll give it to you. It's LOL. It's not the Cellar. It's not the Stand. It's not even the Strip. Okay. But I'm sitting there giggling. I'm like, because Thursday, I think we all can agree. Thursday was a top 5 day for the Misery Loves Company universe. It really was. Chad left. Fucking 300 people went over with Chad. Fucking Kevin never got over 800 people. Stacy went in to fill in, and she had no idea what was going on because in real life, no one knows what's going on. In the actuality, there's a guy named Al Liddy. Actually, Al Liddy, excuse me. In all actuality, outside of that world, no one knows what's going on. And the difference is they live for those 1,000 people, okay? And I'm sorry that I know Daddy is right, okay? Daddy had tube steak. Oh, I'm not even doing this. Yep, Daddy had a little tube steak. And Stacy Pressman, shout out to Stacy, who was on the episode. And she literally said, what about Gino? We like Gino. No, we don't. Oh, we don't? Like, she doesn't even know what's going on because she lives in the real world. And no one knows what's going on in the real world. No one cares what's going on in the Misery Loves Company universe in the real world. But when you're someone who used to live in the real world like Kevin, someone who used to be a great comedian in the real world like Bob, and they're literally fucking dancing for 1,000 hate-filled souls. And I'm sorry, Flat Cat, that's starting to include you. That's starting to include you. I love you. But when you feed these idiots, like my favorite part was, and I know that was over the top, Flat Cat, but when you sit there and you let Pat Dixon on, and don't get me wrong, I loved watching Pat Dixon on the show Friday. Here's why. Because when you're a violent, angry man, an insecure piece of shit, and when Bob, who was living in reality fucking a year ago, and's like, I'm going to do a benefit. And I'm like, I don't even want the benefit, but he insisted because he's a good guy. And then he's so fucking caught up in the tunnel vision world of fucking what is Misery Loves Company that he's like, yeah, let's do a benefit for fucking for Pat Dixon. Bob, do a benefit for Pat Dixon. Do a benefit for a man that now has fucking a restraining order from I didn't ask you to like all of us, Flat Cat. I'm just saying you're in that world, and Kevin has said terrible things to you, and it's insane what he does. It's insane. So thank you, Mule. 20 seconds is right. Daddy can do 20. So yeah, sorry if it was too over the top, Flat Cat, but I'm saying like Kevin has just become this guy that's pandering for super chats, and that's fine. And I'm enjoying watching it. I'm enjoying watching the last two shows where you could see it's kind of coming apart. And I don't mind. I don't mind that it's going to keep going and going because it's fine. But it makes me like that I get up every day and I can't wait to get to the studio. And there's no one I'd rather work with than fucking, than Carl when he comes in, and Stancil when he comes in, and Kevin when he used to come in. And it goes without saying that I'm going to see fucking Garrett and Steve every day and have Bobby. Like, that's how you have a job. That's how you live a life in reality. And when you're talking to comedians in the real world and literally trying to explain to them like what you've been enjoying, they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, well, you'd have to have been a fan of Cumia for at least the past 8 months, or you would have to have been a fan of Kevin Brennan for at least the past 8 months. You would have had to have been a fan of all these people for at least the past couple of months. No, DeBears, I didn't get a restraining order on Pat. All I did was the same thing anyone who is assaulted and filled out a police report does. You go to the police, you say, this is what happened. You walk away from it. And then when the guy finally has to turn himself in because there's a warrant out for felony assault, then they create what's called an order of protection. I don't have a restraining order. There's just an order of protection because it's part of his court case. When you assault someone, it's like, look, until we adjudicate this in court, then you have an order of protection against this man so he doesn't come back and do it again. Especially when you have video evidence, eyewitness testimony, the man himself admitting it on 3 different social media platforms. And then when he goes to Tennessee and fucking attacks another woman and she fills out a police report and she walks away and they have to fill out an order of protection for her, that's what goes on. So when a guy like Bob Levy, who used to be a well-respected comedian, fucking starts talking about doing that, you're like, well, you've become the pro wrestler that Gino warned you about. Okay. So that's how that works. All right. I did see, and this is a glorious time to be alive because I did indeed see the Corn watching Chad, watching MLC, and it was fucking hysterical. And let me tell you, the stuff and the other thing that people will never get, and I've said this, let me point something out about Pat. And I had this conversation with our dear friend Chris Baldessano yesterday because he put a thing in the message when he was on Miserable Men when Pat admitted that fucking Ray DeVito fucking is an insane hack and doesn't blow the light. I did not heed about this, and I got something to tell you. That's so funny. Oh, Chad was hammered. But I will say this. The thing about it all is when Pat Dixon does all this stuff, the next day, after he breaks my jaw, I was told by my lawyer, he asked me if I wanted to sue Anthony Cumia, which I can't even say with a straight face, or the bar. I could have sued either because they have money and I would have gotten money. But of course, I said, there's no way I'm suing fucking a man who's been nothing but loyal to me. And I said, there's no way I'm suing a bar when that's our playground and they had nothing to do with it. That's not their fault. Okay. So that said, let's flip the switch. Okay. If I had walked in and punched flat broke Pat Dixon, because he literally is, because he was 10 months behind rent. If I had fucking walked in and punched the man that fucking we were driving to gigs, me and Bobby, we were buying him stuff at rest stops because he had zero cash. If I had broken his jaw in that bar, do you think he would have sued the boss or the fucking bar or both? Let me tell you why I think he would have. Because when he did walk into that bar and break my jaw in front of the boss who gave him a job, who in Pat Dixon's own words, threw him a lifeline, threw him a lifeline. Thank you, Flat Cat. There's nobody better than Cumia. And Flat Cat, I'm sorry if I was short with you. I fucking adore you. I have letters written to you to prove it. You're one of the sweetest people ever, and I just think they can be nicer to you. So look at my face. I apologize. Look, I've thought about it, Flat Cat, and I apologize if I was sharp with you. I fucking love you, and I hope your boys are doing well. So I will say this. Ask yourselves, people, and there is nobody better than Cumia. Ask yourselves, people, do you think Pat Dixon would have sued Anthony Cumia? Do you think he would have sued the bar, if not both? He would have. And I'll tell you why I believe that. I'll tell you why I believe he would have. Because after he broke my jaw, and it's a fact, you can ask anyone, he walked across the street and sat in the studio because he thought he was going to smooth things over with the boss because he's so used to being violent. And then when the boss like, you got to get out of here, Pat, he spent the next 2 weeks while I was radio silent on Twitter saying lie after lie after lie that brought in troll after troll after troll to shit on the boss and compound media because he has no respect for the boss. And all he has is a survival instinct, which actually has a T at the end like a cross. Thank you, Harpaw. And I don't think you'll come across a shadier person, okay? So, look, I'm putting this up because I want someone to find Guru One and get him help. You drunk. So that's how you know he would have, because he is a weasel with no backbone, no loyalty, and he can go on all these shows. I wanted Garrett to get him on fucking whatchamacallit while he's in town. And I don't even know if Pat Dixon comes to town. I know every fucking time he has a court date, I check it on this website, and the following day I check it, and it's been moved. It was April 19th. Now he's got one in June. And that's fantastic. I don't care because, again, Pat Dixon has no life. He has no life outside of sitting behind one of these cameras like I'm doing now, bitching about me like he does about him, like I do about him. I'm kidding. But he doesn't. Like I'm very lucky to have a life outside of this, and I'm sure they do. But I'm very lucky that my fucking work life, and God forgive me. Hold on, knock wood. God forgive me for saying work life. I'm so lucky that my life is fucking at the fucking show, and I hang out with my friends, and then I fucking leave, and I hang out with Max Loads, and I take Keanu out for steak dinners, and she's touring across the country. Thank you, Jay Etheridge. It's not, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to show Jay my hairline. Don't look directly at it. I will show you old pictures, and I've never cared. I've always had this hairline. I have. This is my hair move, okay? It's not the comb over. Like, look, this is my hairline. You see it? And what I've always done is with my bushy fucking hair, just pulled it over the power alleys. But you can look at old pictures of me. Jay. And I'm telling you, I've always had these fucking, my friend Frank calls them devil's fingers. So as much as you want to believe the headband is fucking up my hair, or forgive me, that's not fair, Jay. As much as people want to believe you're just busting my balls, I'm sure you wouldn't be here. By the way, 84 people. I'm exhausted. Yeah. Dude, Jack Nicholson hair. Ziggy, I'm about 3 weeks away from Jack Nicholson porch pictures. Guy's fucking gone. Yeah, the power alleys, JC. Like I call him a 7-head. It's not a 5-head. It's a 7-head. So, I mean, that's what happens. So I'm lucky that I'm an idiot. And since day one, people are like, how many people are watching your show? And since day one, all the way up to day fucking 1016 episode, I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. I just show up, say thank you every day to Cumia, and say thank you by putting on the most fun show I possibly can. Look at flat broke me. This apartment is what a broke college shouldn't be living and winning. They're not. Come on, Beck. So, yeah, that's right. And I should have had the corn on. What is Zumach? How many Zumach accounts are there? By the way, I don't know who this is, but go Vols. And look at you with Smokey. Look at you with little Smokey, dude. So this is what happens. Like, fortunately, this is what I see when I get behind my desk every day at the show. My desk, not the boss's. This is what I see when I get behind the boss's desk at the studio 4 days a week, 5 shows a week. I see a camera and I talk to the fans and I look down and I see callers and I talk to them. That's all I see. Do you understand? I don't see numbers on the right with amounts for me to read and me to answer and me to dance. And again, I will say it. Kevin and Bob are making a shit ton of money and they deserve it. But it's a shame because it's hard to walk away from that fucking dirty, filthy money. And that is why Bob lives in that world now. And Bob, I'm telling you, I was listening to an old clip of Levy, and Levy was on Stern losing his mind. And I remember when that happened. I remember listening, and I remember saying, fucking tell him, Bob. Fucking tell him. But now in hindsight, like, because Bob was livid that he was driving fucking 3 hours back and forth from Jersey for no money and just plugs. But then on Stern, the plugs were worth it, okay? But fucking Bob got tired of it, and Bob lost his mind because he wanted money and he deserved money, but there was just no money back then because Stern was always a cheap fuck. Now he's just a terrible fucking broadcaster. So that said, Bob now makes a shit ton of money, and Bob deserves every fucking penny he makes now for all the shit he did to get here making the money now. But my concern with Bob is that he's lost his way, pandering to 1,000 toxic pieces of shit and flat cat. Did I land that one, baby? Did I? And now when he goes on the air and says shit like, so I got Gene thrown off the show, which is two things, a lie, and even worse, even if it was true, why would you be bragging that you're fucking throwing your weight around a guy that's booking a hotel gig in Scranton in October, saying, yeah, I won't do it with Gino. And I don't mean to brag, but as Canu is my witness, fucking, I told her the day before, because the guy reached out to Canu, not me, not Bob, because Canu kills in this room, okay? And he goes, why don't I, because again, he's a comedian who doesn't know what's going on in the MLC-verse, and he's like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome? Why don't you bring Gino and Bob as a double headliner? And I said to Canu, I said, Mabel, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it with Bob. I'm not going to work with Bob. And I didn't mean like, I won't work with Bob. I just meant Bob's not going to want to work with me. And Bob, I'm going to tell you something. I'm great at comedy, but I yield to Bob Levy. I yield to Bob Levy on stage. So that's just that. Did I watch a 420 show? I'm told I was on it. By the way, let me say this. Every fucking shout out to fucking obviously Garrett and Steve, but a special little nod to my man Bobby, because every year leading up to it, I'm fucking like, I'm gonna have a panic attack. I'm gonna die. And right before it starts, Bobby's like, this is good weed. You're not going to have a panic attack. Shut up. Whatever I bring, you fucking smoke. And I'm like, okay, Bobby. And then if you saw the show, even during the show, I'm like, I don't want to smoke it, Bobby. I'm such a cunt. I'm such a cunt. Oh, way to go, Beck. Thanks for jinxing it, you fucking Hindu cocksucker. I'm kidding, buddy. Thank you, Michael Davis. Did you send it to me? This is, of course, because I'm such a hockey guy. This is the Minnesota Wild. So, of course, I know them, right? Don't I? No? Oh, dude, Mr. Faversham, I got to tell you. I get a call from Max Loads, Maximus Lodius, as Keanu is known to call her. Thank you, Gino Nation. And I'm telling you, I missed the call because, of course, all I did afterwards, I wish I saved the video because, again, I'll say it. Thursday was a glorious day for the MLC-verse. So I'm like paranoid. I think the boss mentioned it on his show. I fucking walk in to Sullivan's, not drinking, still haven't had a drink in 11 days because my brain is in my liver saying, are you okay? And I walk across the street because I want the fucking, God forgive me, Gus and Sabrina. Fucking, they reached out to me today. I love those kids. They came just to get high with me. And they're like, hey, is the boss coming in? I'm like, I'll take you across the street. The boss says hi. I'm like, dude, I'm paranoid. I got to get out of here. And he's just looking at me. So I jump on the subway and I'm listening to fucking Brennan and I'm bouncing between Brennan and fucking the Chad stream. And I'm dying. Like I sent Keanu a video. My eyes are redder than that little YouTube circle right here. I have two eyes just like this. And I'm giggling like a maniac. So I get home, I miss a call from Maximus Loads, and I eat an entire pizza, and I pass out. I pass the fuck out, okay? And I come to and I see a missed call from my big brother, and I call him yesterday, and let me tell you something. This is another thing. And by the way, here's another thing. I'm so blessed to have a family that I adore, and they adore Canoe and everything. And he just goes, and I call him up, he goes, and I'm about to say, sorry, I missed your call, I was high. And Max just goes, how you doing, junkie? But because he knows I'm not out of control. He goes, oh, me and Jeff, my little cousin Jeff, who's bigger than me, and he has a beautiful daughter, and he's all grown up. but he'll always be my little cousin Jeff. It's like, oh, me and Jeff are watching. And it gets back to what you said, Mr. Faversham. We're like, Gino is so stoned. And you can tell I'm not good at getting stoned. I'm not. Jeremy Clovis, shout out to you and your lovely wife. I miss you guys, dude. I say this all the time. The Clovis family makes me miss doing Comedians of the Compound because, oh my God, because we chatted all the time on Messenger or whatever. And to hang out with you guys in Cleveland, look at my face. We got to do that again soon. I hope you and the lady are fine. Oh my God, Beck, I'm laughing at the picture you just made, Beck. Are you happy with yourself? That picture looks like me. This is what my daughter, if I have a daughter, fast forward fucking 90 years from now, there she is. There's my lovely daughter. When did I become so much like time to make I don't know how to do super chats. Look, here's your super chat. Go to patreon.com and subscribe to Gum Fridays. And if you're already subscribed, up your fucking membership or tell someone else to subscribe. I don't need your money for this right now. We'll get to the super chats maybe when I care enough to see if I'm even eligible for them yet. I've heard 80 different numbers, but that is all. Please meet Olga Hitler, everyone. I have literally, the last information I got was you need 1,000 subs, which I have on this. And the other one I had was you need don't help me. By the way, while I'm here, hit that like button, smash that subscribe. And you need 4,000 hours. So let me say this. No, Jaquan. We will not be doing that. We won't. Gina Marie, give my fucking nephew Dante a smooch for me. Hopefully I'll be able to drag some people to the dojo soon and hang out. All right. Ryan says, I am toxic. I need to go to rehab. I don't think you have ever properly mourned the death of your family. All right. All right, Ryan. Point noted. Tell you what, since I'm not drinking anymore, Ryan, Jesus Christ, indefinitely, isn't that kind of like rehab? Isn't that like rehab? Don't I do the gratitude stuff? You tell me, Ryan, like how long I would have to go without drinking. And by the way, you know what? No, fuck that. Hype train. Fuck that. Ryan, tell me what makes me toxic. The fact that I push back? Or am I toxic or are you stupid? Because, Ryan, I fucking hype train. Because, Ryan, I fucking tell you exactly why I have problems with all these people. The story never changes, but you believe the lies. You believe that I was fucking Pat Dixon's girlfriend that he was living with, and then I had her on the... No. You believe that Aaron Berg got so mad because I was screaming the N-word on stage like Ray DeVito and it's been proven? No. You believe... who else did I scare them? You believe that Kevin Brennan got mad because I gave out his number when Kevin Brennan is still bitching that Mike Calta is mad at him for giving out his number, which he did before I gave out both his and my number? No. So it's not that I'm toxic. It's just you believe the 998 other toxic people and Flat Cat, who's awesome, and she's in there too, in the MLC-verse. So that makes you not like me, and I don't care because all of these people like me. And some of these people don't. But all of these people like me. So again, I only answer to myself and my family. And my brother isn't worried about me drinking because when he is worried about me drinking, I'm like, think I should take a break drinking. He's like, yeah, that's what happens when you surround yourself with grown-up, responsible support people. But as I've often said, Ryan, if we don't go within, we go without. And there's a lot of people who aren't close with their friends and family or aren't smart enough to fucking, listen to them. So they go to fucking other people to make them happy. Now Lenny thinks he doesn't like me because I'm unfunny. Now let me answer that. Okay. Remember 20 minutes ago, Lenny, when Ryan had something that I was toxic and blah, 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 and I gave a long bullet list answer? Let me answer this. Okay. All right. Now let me answer this. I don't even know what a rat would mean. I don't even know how I'm a rat. I don't know what YouTube secrets I gave up, but I don't know how I'm a rat. So Lenny, I would love for you to fucking tell me how I'm a rat. I would, because it would make it easier. Maybe I can go 2 hours because I don't see this going long. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you, 90-year-old daughter of mine. No more rubby duck. Yeah. And you get the fucking, by the way, and you get the fucking bonus content. Guys, Guys, you're nuts. Yeah, 106 people do the hype train. The hype train. Hey, I'm on the hype train. Hey, Google, play circus music. Watch. This is my hype train.
Sure. Circus music by the hit crew.
Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Wait. It's 103 while I'm doing it. Wait. Yay. Hype train. Choo-choo. Hype train. Choo-choo. I can't. I don't know. But I'll give you credit. I've seen Brad. I've seen Chad do the hype train. I can't do it. Like, wouldn't it be right now? 3 people just came to the stream, and I'm like, they're like, Gino's lost his mind. He's lost his mind. Stop it. Hey, Google. Stop it. I know, Snooker Man, Chris. Yeah, I know. 1,800, big deal. That's 10 times more. That's 20 times more. Because she's great. No, Jaquan, we're not doing that. Did I miss anything? Hi, Keanu. Is Keanu in here? I missed her. Actually, no, Gino's broken jaw. I can't afford to pay for StreamYard. I can, and I need to because this is the freebie. And I'm just learning as I go. But I think if I pay, I'm going to get the $20 one because I think then I can snipe stream. But right now I'm just fucking playing as I go. Which one do you recommend, my broken jaw? Which, again, by the way, I love watching stories fold in on themselves, unlike mine. Yeah. Look at Michael Davis. Hey, MD. There you go. He does. Chunk style. These are facts. Who cares? I don't know which Kevin stole my bit. So I will say this because I brought extra coffee. This is my first coffee of the day. Then when Kevin Brennan is yelling at Bob for doing a Gino benefit, which is fucking laughable, Bob's like, well, Gino had to pay his medical bills, and Pat Dixon sits there like a mute because he can't sit there and reiterate that Anthony paid my medical bills. No. And that's another thing that Pat Dixon does that shows that he has no loyalty to anyone. Because I'll say this for the umpteenth time when he says, Anthony could be paid. No, it's a lie. And that would make no sense because all I had was elective surgery on wisdom teeth, you know, and it's calling Anthony a bitch saying Anthony does what Gino says. Same whenever he's like, Gino got me fired. Nope. Your Adderall addiction and lack of self-control got you fired. Do you understand, Pat? And for you to say I walked up to the boss and said either Pat goes or I go, there's no situation where I don't look like the fucking alpha there. Because either I'm saying either Pat goes or I go, and the boss says, well, you've got a better show than Pat, so he's gone, which is a fact, but it didn't happen. Or the boss says, I'm your bitch, Gino. So yeah, I'll fire Pat. I don't want to lose your friendship because you're so cool. Neither of those would ever happen. But in Pat Dixon's world, that's what he's saying every time, because when you're on drugs and you're insecure and you live a lie and you fucking have nothing but fucking people that support your fucking lies, it's not going to end well for you. Trust me. I have friends and family who have many times called me out and said, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? Not lately. And by the way, I mean, how much fun was it listening to? And I can't wait to catch Crowder. God forgive me. God forgive me, Dave. And I was texting Dave right after I watched the Malice thing because we've always been boys. And I loved fucking listening to him fucking shit on Crowder because you get these insecure guys who have to be the funniest ones in the room. And that's what leads to the fucking problems. Let's say you're doing a podcast with a guy named, we'll call him Baron. Baron Erg, we'll call him. And he sits at the desk with you until he realizes he's not the funniest guy in the room. Not saying I'm not saying I'm funnier than Berg because I'm not. But then you're like, well, let me go in the booth. And suddenly you realize the two guys on your right and left, Garrett and Steve, I'm not the funniest guy here either. And then suddenly you want out. Suddenly you want out. That's how that shit works. And that's why Crowder is going to get exposed. And how do you not respect a guy like Dave who fucking goes, I don't want a fucking NDA. I don't want a fucking NDA. Yet we know Chad. Chad, we're well aware of what you do to get by. Oh, thank you. Well, Jeremy, it's funny you bring that up because my asshole, Jeremy, has been itching like crazy. My asshole has been itching like bananas. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they have. And I you know what I use? Here's my little secret. Here's my little secret. I use Head and Shoulders. When I shower, unlike Garrett, who doesn't use any soap, I do 2 rounds of the soap. I'll do a little head and shoulders because I'm a hairy monkey and it's good for your guinea skin. And I've really been getting it up in the taint in the asshole because it's like dandruff shampoo and that's got to stop the itch, right? So I've been doing that. 102 people. We're coasting at 3 digits. And then I just do a little fucking body salts Nivea, to just get it all right. So hopefully that answered your question, Jeremy. Oh, by the way, my boy Ryan's back. I like Ryan. We have fucking intelligent conversation. Ryan, welcome back. Aaron Berg was being very passive-aggressive, had his faults, fair enough. Pat Dixon is very jealous and paranoid man with mommy issues. Yep. That being said, it's hard to communicate when you're bombastic. Now, Ryan, again, that's my style, and I listen, but I've always been this way. It's not like I fucking changed once the show started. So I won't argue with anything said here, especially the first 2 sentences. But I'm sorry that I'm going to say I'm passionate rather than impatient, so I sound better. But we both know it's more of the second than the first, Ryan. But this is how I fucking respond. And it's so easy. Like I believe, and you can argue this, and I'm sure Ryan will, I think our show is so easy and so fun, and it never needs to be serious. And even when it gets serious, there's a stupid element to it. But when people just start fucking digging at other people and tearing them down and making it pro wrestling, it's like we're not doing that. Although I will say this, fucking my boy Jim Stansel, who will now be on every week, he can get away with the pro wrestling with me because even when he pro wrestles with me, it's a bit. But yeah, and look, Brian, I'll say this. I'll try harder to let people get through when I'm being bombastic, but it's just like I snap when I think our show after 1,000+ episodes, 99 people. I'm not talking. 99 people. I think after 1,000+ episodes, Ryan, I love you too, Maximilian. I think after 1,000+ episodes, Ryan, people know what they're getting into on the show, okay? Because it hasn't changed at all. And I don't think we've really changed that much. I don't. Now, a lot of fans will be like, Gino changed when Aaron left. Well, I had to change the show. I had to spin more plates. I had to do less Aaron. I did. Although Aaron still pops by in the seat, and I think we all get a kick out of that, even you, Ryan. But the show, people are like, oh, Gino changed. No, it's not that I've changed. It's just I keep pushing back against lies. Why do you need to lie? Our show has never been anything but genuine and genuinely stupid. And when people's like, oh, Gino made Pat leave. Pat made Pat leave. Gino made Aaron leave. Aaron wanted out. Oh, Gino made Kevin quit. Kevin wanted out. Kevin was trying to get out when he still was gainfully employed there. Kevin makes it look like he was insulted that the boss was giving him $100 when Kevin, you can go back through the archives and watch Old in Hot Waters. He was on the classic Bobo episode with McCluskey's Whiskey when they were going to trash the studio because I'll say it for not the last time. Kevin's a good father, and he would drop his kids off and he'd have time to kill. He's like, let me go by the studio. And sometimes he'd bring the kids to the studio and then he'd be hanging out. And since he was hanging out, he'd do the boss's show. And since the boss is a good guy and Kevin used to be a sane person, he's like, look, as long as you're here, I'm going to throw you $100. That's what it was. It's like, you're here anyway. Here's a C note. Not like you're coming from South Jersey where he hadn't even lived yet, I don't think. And he's like, get up here. I need you. And I'll give you $100. So again, it's not that I've changed. It's just, I will not let you sit there and besmirch the good people, especially my boss at Compound Media. Okay. So there you go. Let's get to some new comments. Yeah, Barry, been like this since I was a child. Yeah, been like this since I was a child, Barry. It's at the point now, Barry, where I'm doing my set, and the set's really coming along. I really do have to work on the next hour. Don't get me wrong, I have an hour 15 of random bits that if I find the right combination, it's well over an hour. It's like an hour and a half, but I don't know what stuff I want to do. I have a tape on this laptop of a show I did right before fucking the world collapsed in March of 2020. And I fucking listened to it. And so much of it has changed and morphed into post-COVID bits because, COVID ruined me. And I really think I'm very excited, Maximilian, as well. I'm very excited about that as well, Max. And I've just been going to LOL and taking chunks and working on them. And a couple new bits have come out. And I really do need to fucking do that fucking special or whatever you want to call it. I'm not special, okay? But I really need to do my next hour. And I really think I'm going to wind up doing it at LOL because it's a great room. It's fucking got low ceilings. It's a nice layout. It wouldn't be hard to film it. Who gives a fuck? I just want to get the words out there. I'm going to tell you something that you might not believe. Is everyone sitting down? 106 people, motherfucker. Hey, Google, play.
Nothing's playing right now.
Clown music. You dumb cunt. She doesn't like when I call her a cunt. She doesn't like that. Hey, Google, play clown music. I should just have, you know what? I can fix this. Watch this.
Circus music by the hit crew. Sure. Playing on Spotify.
Okay. So as I was saying, yeah, 115, we're blowing up. Now watch this. Now watch, I got it, people. Watch this. 115 people, that's a new record for Daddy. 115, 113. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they do it. All right, hold on. Hold on, I'm doing something. There. Now I can do it whenever I want to. Watch this. Now I'm laughing at fucking my broken jaw. Okay, again, Gino's broken jaw. I've got to stop coming in here and saying, look, I'm a genius with this. I know what I'm doing. Do you understand Gino's broken jaw? I'm going to call you GBJ for short. Again, to answer your previous thing, I'm still on the fucking flat broke plan because I don't know which one to invest in, and I'm not doing anything where I need to spend money yet, and I need to actually, you know what, though? You're right. This is how I operate. Next week, I'm going to get the 20-yard stream, and we'll play with that. How's that? How's that, Gino's broken jaw? You can put the music. Shut up. You're embarrassing me. My jaw is embarrassing me in front of 116 people. Are you happy with yourself? All right. So that said, let's Pulp 80 says, I don't know who that is. All right. Jesus Christ. Rocket Mortgage should special. Yeah, you know, chunk style Rocket Mortgage should be the thing. And as let them besmirch, next thing you know, they're banging your wife. You know it, Al Gold. How's that not been pet of the day? So, well, let me see if I miss anything. Hype train. No, there's no chance. Brennan once said this in the studio after we were hanging out and he was still fighting with me. He's like, and this was after wrecking the studio. He's like, us being friends is not good for my brand. And I get it. That's the brand. I don't know what's going to happen to MLC now, but I'm telling you, the last two episodes haven't been, well, the one with Stacey was great because of what was going on with Chad, but then Chad was obliterated yesterday, which was kind of funny. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Gino, why don't you have super chats enabled? Then you can be as happy as Kevin Brennan, I know. I don't know how this is. By the way, as much as my jaw is busting my balls about not paying $20 for fucking, the expensive thing, I don't even worry about super chats. I can't be bothered. I can't. Oh, how great would that be? That would be amazing if I did it at the Comedy Mothership. That would be. But let's not. How about if I just play the Comedy Mothership once and then, tell my pal Joey Rogues that, hey, yeah, I'd love to fucking, what did Mule say? Have you noticed how Kevin has been complimenting Anthony in the past? Yeah, I have. I have indeed, Mule. You know who else has noticed that, Mule? You know who else has noticed that? My dear friend Flat Cat. 100%, Mule. 100%. That is right. You know what? We take you live to Kevin Brennan's head about what he's going to do this Monday. By the way, my jaw, I could also stream this on StreamYard. Anyway, yeah. And here's the beauty of how I live. And I'm patting myself on the back. And then I'll talk about my dear friend, Kevin Dabrowski, who I fucking adore. My life is so seamless. Like, here's what I'm going to do later. Going to go sit over there by that window, have a cigar, and just listen to some music, read some Epic Times. And, stuff comes up that I think of that I want to do Monday, but I don't worry. I don't worry about the show. Like, it's like when Aaron was there, this is another thing I had to change when Aaron left. When Aaron was there, guys, I didn't do, let you know a little secret. I didn't do anything. I knew I just had to fucking have some coffee, be on the balls of my feet, and get ready to spin some fucking plates when Aaron started talking. And now, like, I know I have to have some show prep, but trust me, this week I had barely any because you just see what's happening as you walk in. Like I'm telling you, fucking Wednesday, Kevin canceled last minute. God bless him. He's like, you know, I'm done with this shit for a while. I'm like, Kevin, I love you. You do whatever you want to fucking do. Because Kevin's another guy. He's a comedian. Kevin's that kid. He's working Gotham. He's fucking touring, you know, despite what Kevin Brennan says about him. And Dombrowski's doing shit. And he's like, I don't want to be bothered with this because I'm going to kill. And I'll say it again. Kevin left. It's not my place. And Kevin didn't say this, but in my opinion, I said it on the air. If you're Kevin, imagine if I get to the Compound Media Network and as soon as I get there, fucking all E-Rock is doing is shitting on me and bringing everyone from the K-Rock days to shit on me. Because that's what Bob did until he literally said the words, we got to cut Kevin loose. And Kevin's like me. God forgive me, Dombrowski. Kevin's like me. And Kevin's like me in the respect that he's like, look, if you don't want me here, if you're not happy to have me here, if you're not if you don't understand every word out of Kevin Dombrowski's mouth on Just Joking, when you have podcasts like Ray DeVito, who I'm sorry, stinks, and Ray DeVito gets 10 times as many listeners because they've turned them into the sideshow freak that he is. And like Dombrowski should be like, you're fucking welcome. Nobody works with the producers like Kevin Dombrowski does, you know, on those other shows. Fucking Zenhauser's dead weight. Dixon's a fucking unicorn that they bring in. I'm glad Kevin left that network. And I'll say this again. I love Shuley. I reached out to Shuley the other day because I'm watching the BS show and he's making me laugh out loud. And I'm like, you know, I'm watching you, buddy. I'm just not commenting or super chatting because I don't want to upset your boy Bob. So do not think I'm bad mouthing the Shuley network. I watch it. It's good. But even Shuley will be the first to admit to me that Ray DeVito, as my dear friend, and me and him hang out all the time. My dear friend, YouTube user, we're yachting after this, right? Stinks on ice. But I kept saying it on Compound. Like it's the Seinfeld quote. Hey, we all have that friend. When George goes, we all have that friend we make fun of, you know, like we are with Elaine. Please, let me tell you. I'm the Ray DeVito of Compound. You could say all the shit. Gino's like Chad or Stuttering John. No, I'm not. I'm like Ray DeVito, but I have a good show. I don't care what anyone says. And I love when the boss shits on me. I love when fucking, and Bill will think it's him, but it's not Bill because we like Bill. Bill's too nice a guy to shit on. I mean, like I get shit on. It's fun. I don't care what people think. And if you saw Ray try to explain how he wrote that joke, which he didn't, it's just another fucking, you feel bad for him. You feel like Rain Man when he's like, I want to stay with Ray. I want to go to fucking wherever. That's what it is. Can someone help my boy Maximilian out? Is WATP happening today? Oh my God. I'm going to say it again. Did you, by the way, do you watch Gun Friday? Watch this. Oh my God. You see what that is? See what that is, motherfuckers? See what that is? It's black coffee. I love black coffee. I don't care what look, Flat Cat. I don't care what your boyfriend Garrett thinks. Black coffee is fucking, it's a godsend. Watch. I'm going to put this in here because I'm white trash. No, because it got a little room tempy. Now I'm going to just fucking make it a little warm. And I'm done. If I don't do laundry today, I'm going to tell you guys something. If I don't do laundry today, I'm what you call a piece of shit. Shout out my boy. Hold on. How'd I lose it? Hold on. Jimmy Satala. Garrett never had good coffee. Jimmy, there you are. I don't know what that is. Oh, you're talking about WATP? Thank you, Jim. I love these. By the way, let me know what you guys think. Should we be doing Friday streams or Saturday afternoon streams? Thank you. I'll tell you, Maximilian, that is a big cup. That's a big shoe. This is the oldest coffee cup I kind of have. From my Rita Vega days, from when I was living in Delaware. Laundry cam. Jesus Christ, Faversham. You want to see laundry cam? Watch this. You want to see fucking what a slob I am? And I'm not a slob. But look, this is my closet. These are my headbands. Those are my dirty clothes. This is how many t-shirts I have. Those are still clean. Those are clean. That's all dirty clothes. Fucking slob. I'm a slob. But I mean, I don't need them. Hold on. Did I lose you? I'm back. So the thing is, I don't need to do that laundry. I just keep spraying it with Lysol so my place doesn't stink. I don't need to do that laundry because, in my opinion, I have 800 other clean shirts. What I should, and I need to get rid of some clothes. I need to get rid of these clothes. It's too much. No fag, Zumak. Dude, let me tell you, Leo, I'm going to juice cleanse. My man, Leo. Look, Leo's got the second. How come two of the closest people, my buddy Leo, who I've had many a drink with, many too many, and Keanu, their pictures are fucking me, are with Kevin Brennan. Fucking hysterical. Hope you're having a great weekend, Leo Gunn. Leo Gunn's another one I snapped at. He's like, dude, how drunk did you get last night? And they say, I'm like, shut up, Leo. But what was I talking about? 900 things. I know. Hold on. How many? 121. 121. Square root of 121 is 11. I would be doing this for 0 people. Look, 2 people left. They're like, he dances to clown music. I don't get this. 2 people just went, it's a retard in a headband dancing to clown music. There's got to be something else on the World Wide Web. Oily eyes. God, I miss Carnot. Yeah, with the dandelion tea. I've been doing the chamomile as well, Sydney Shaw. I will definitely get some dandelion tea. Joe Biden. Sorry I'm lame on Saturday. Oh, there you go with the Bob Levy thing. I don't know where that picture of Bob Levy was taken. I kid. I do. Yeah, I could see why. It depends where the clown music has been. The cat is probably, where is my cat? I think she's probably where she always is. I don't know where the cat is. Hold on. Sixva. I don't know. She moved. Oh. Hold on. You want to see the cat, guys? Hold on. Please hold. That's her in the Eames chair. Can you see her moving? I don't know how to zoom in with this camera. She's on the Eames chair, Harpoon. Yeah. Do you see her looking at you? See her ear? Best I could do. Your ear? That old gag. Your ear? Hold on, I fucked up. You don't want to see that much. Here we go. It's got to have the picture of me and Kiki. So, 123 people. Hold on. I got to tell you, Fag Zumach really commits to the bit. Mail me your jizz. No. The ball's on you to come. Oh, hold on. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I'm telling you, between that other guy in red whose name I already forgot because I'm senile, and my broken jaw, the ball's on you to compare yourself to Dombrowski. He's a comedian, human being. You're neither. See, now that I would disagree with. I am certainly a comedian, which is why you can catch me this weekend at New York City, Atlantic City. I don't know. I'm at 2 shit gigs next weekend. One with fucking Rich Carucci, which I hope my liver is in drinking shape by then, and another one in South Jersey. So yeah, but yeah, like you can base all your information, and it hurts me. My broken jaw hurts me. You can fucking base all your information on the lies of fucking the MLC-verse, and that's fine. But it doesn't bother me. But I will say this. Bob Levy has threatened me twice, and he's not going to hit me. He's not a jerk. He just gets lost in the pro wrestling character that he's become. And the second time on Twitter, I'll say for the umpteenth time, I didn't say anything in that tweet that he hasn't said that isn't said about me every day. I didn't say anything in that tweet about Bob that isn't said about me every day on MLC as he sits there nodding and cackling, and isn't said about him every day on MLC in the super chats. And Bob Levy's the one that said to me when I got mad at him for just sitting idly by while Kevin lied about me and badmouthed all of us. He's like, yeah, well, you shouldn't get mad if it's a lie. If it's true, you should get mad. Bob got mad. Bob knows it's true. Bob knows he's the sidekick on that show. Bob knows that fucking he's being treated like shit, and Bob knows he's committing to a pro wrestling lifestyle so he can get thousands of dollars every day. God bless him, which he deserves, in super chats. And you can ride the seesaw. You can watch this. This is how I give a compliment. It's like a circus. Bob Levy's a great comedian who is a sidekick of a piece of shit, who's become a pro wrestler, who makes thousands of dollars every day in super chats, who's 10 times funnier than me, and what he's doing is beneath him. The compliment train. The Calzone compliment train. Now, this is what I love. Joe Biden, this is why I love that you said today was boring, because now I know you're not even trying. Wait, Bob, wait, I lost it. Oh, never mind. It's Joseph, no Pantalone. Hey, where you been all day? My man, Joseph Pantalone. Wait, you get a little hype train. I didn't see you all day. I think you're late because you always have spicy messages, Joseph. So to think I would kill for that third mic. You know what that reminds me of? And this is why everyone thought I always had a beef with Bichetti, and I didn't. Bichetti was that same mic on the Artie Lang show. It was Artie Lang and Nick DiPaolo. Well, that was when it was the Artie and Nick show. And then when Nick left, it was Artie Lang and John Ritchie. And before he hired John Ritchie, I called Artie and I'm like, Artie, I want that second seat. And Artie, who was always so good to me, you know, when he wasn't fucking whacked out on heroin, then he was kind of shitty to everyone, but he was good to heroin. And I love him. I'm not being mean. He'd be the first to tell you that. I called him and I said, Artie, I want that second chair. And he's like, Gene, they will never give you that second chair. They don't want two comics. They want me and a sports guy, but I'll get you on as much as I can. And he did. And it was him and John Ritchie and Mike, who was the third chair, who sat in the kitchen. Fucking, we showed a clip of him trying to sneeze. They fucking made fun of him when he couldn't pronounce names. He was the Chad. I don't want to be the Chad. I'm the number one chair on In Hot Water. And the number one chair's job is to make sure the 2, 3, 4, 5, and bleacher chairs, although I've never won a bleachy, have fucking constant material to fucking be funny with. That's why I would never kill for the chair where I just sit there and get shit on. And by the way, I don't lie, so I wouldn't be good at it. But thank you so much, Joseph Pantalone, for your input. I don't know what that is. I am the... Oh, are you saying I'm the Chad Guru one? I don't get that. Please. 132. Let's go back to Fag Zumach. I'm really just in here now for the Fag Zumachs. Jesse, have you done the heroin? Have you Roden the H? Have you Roden? Have you Rick Roden? Remember him? Pirates, pitcher, 70s. I'm 108 years old. I'm as old as the number of people in the super chats. $1.25. So I'll say this. By the way, Leo, I will tell this story, okay? Here's the story of how Mike Bichetti saved my life. Look at Leo giving me pertinent, fucking exclusive content. We were doing a show in Syracuse, and by we, it was when Bob, God forgive me, not Bob. Bob, forgive me for that, because I'm about to say fucking Sal and Richard. Sal and Richard, by the way, real fast, every now and then I see a big one because the cat is chasing it, but I had an apartment one time, flat broke me, where it wasn't big ones. I don't mind those. I grew up on a farm. It was so many tiny ones, like the size of, they were the size of little carpenter ants. They were disgusting. It took me fucking 2 months to get rid of them. It was so gross. So we were at a gig. Leo, in, let me put the thing up so you know the story I'm telling. So we're at a gig in, I lost it. We were at a gig in Syracuse, New York. Okay, there it is. We were at a gig in Syracuse, New York, Leo, and Richard and Sal were doing comedy shows, and they were touring. But they said to me, and Sal, I'll tell you, never forget. They're like, "Look, we're trying to do comedy. You know, we're just getting started at it. We want you to host a show because you can keep it funny the whole way through. We're bringing Bichetti," and they brought Chips Cooney too. So after the show, I'm hanging out at a bar, at the bar in the club, and I'm flirting with the bartender. Because she's a hot bartender. And then some guy walks in. And he's like, "That's my girlfriend." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I didn't know. And Bichetti basically said, "I would have taken care of it." And in his mind, it evolved to he broke up a fight 15 years later. And again, I love Bichetti. But if anyone wants to retell the story, I gave you all the facts. and tell me, watch this. It's the same as Ray's fucking fiber optic story. If you can tell me in what world there's a hot bartender and a guy that's dating her, so you know he's not a fucking bad looking dude or not a muscular dude, that Mike Bichetti walks in and saves my life either through his brawn or his brains, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I jumped rope yesterday, Brian. So again, I love, but you know, the other thing is when Mike tells the story, I never correct him because why would I? Why would I stop him when it's Mike? He's a good guy. How about them Islanders, carpetbagger? Shout out to the Islanders. Ready for this? My headband's in the laundry because I do wash my headbands in a fucking giant bucket of soapy water to keep them clean. They scored what? They scored 5 goals in the shortest period ever because my boy, who I was talking to, my boy Balzano told me that. And he actually told me that yesterday while I was jumping ropes. So you're all caught up. Let's see what Joseph Pantalon says. Chad Zumach is doing better. Is Chad live streaming right now? He's not, is he? Guys, is he? He's not. Guys, you're fucking with me. Is Chad live streaming? He's not, right? Chad was obliterated yesterday. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny to me. Library, Saturday morning live. No, he was. Okay. So that is that story. And again, I defy anyone to tell me in what world Mike Bichetti is saving my life. Okay. And that's the other thing. I've had it with all, there's never been a comedy show. The only time I was ever fucking attacked by anyone at a comedy show, I've had it with all these guys, and I love Kevin Dombrowski, but he's like, there's never been a time I needed someone to step in and save my life at a comedy show, okay? And I've had it with all these comedians like, oh, I was there. Actually, there was one time I was at a show decades ago in Maryland in fucking the middle of nowhere, and my dear friend Glenn, I was doing a show literally on a fucking pallet in front of fucking the cooler, and fucking I said some joke that some guy didn't like, and my buddy came and sat behind me on the comedy stool, and that prevented anything. But I've had it with comics fucking just trying to build all this drama around my set, which if you listen to, I would put up against anyone's set as having a point, as I've said, war is coming. And when I do jokes in a mixed room of people, and when I get to do the line where I say, I see more black people in my 5-minute walk to work. It's a 10-minute walk, but I run. Those coons are dangerous. And I say the line, those coons are dangerous. And people lose their mind laughing. Of every race, every person in the room, and every black, everyone who's black. I fucking tried to do that. They laugh because there's a point to what I'm saying, okay? And no one gets offended. And unlike Ray and fucking Aaron, I don't scream the N-word on stage, okay? And unlike fucking Kevin, I don't need fucking an escort around. I don't. And unlike fucking Bichetti, I don't need my life being saved, okay? I don't. All right. I live in fucking reality. I do my sets. I let my words speak, and they hear, as they say in the prophet, your ears will open when you're willing to hear. And I don't need to fucking sell out arenas. Not like I'm going to. Do not think this is me fucking making excuses. And I don't need fucking to put out an album every 2 years when every single person I talk to live every day, that's a new person like you guys, like you people that can spread the word. If you haven't upped your sub, or if you haven't subbed to Patreon Gum Fridays yet, for $5 a month, I recommend 10, you get the bonus. Please do. If you have, why not up it to the $25 level so you get the fucking merch right from the website now? Because the In Hot Water store, we fucking give you a coupon every year for $50 off on the store. Okay? So 2 months are free if you sub for $25 to the, I don't even know. I think it's Rubby Dub. It's Legit New Guy. I don't even know what the fucking other one is. I don't even know. Watch this. I'll fucking tell you what it is. Patreon, Gum Fridays. Hold on. Checking. Can't even find it. Oh, about. Here we go. About membership. Rubby Dub, $5 a month. Oh, it's $10 Gene. I forgot that. $10 Gene. That gets you the podcast and bonus. $25 a month, guys. $25 a month. And again, I've had it. I've had it with people that are like, oh, I can't afford. If you can't afford $25 a month, that's fine. But you get that, you get the podcast, you get the bonus, and fucking once a year, you get a $50 gift certificate to the webpage. Okay. And again, some people, $100 a month, you get elite merchandise and a hat. I'm going to be honest, $100 a month. I don't even think there's 5 people in that thing. And I know 2 of them. I know one is our boy Maddie from Whiskey Wednesday. Another is our boy Rocky from Chicago. And they don't even ask for anything because I'm going to change the waterhead to just $100 a month. You just get a shout out every episode or something because we really appreciate it. We really do. But again, I don't need super chats, guys. I don't need you giving me 8. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'll get there. I'm not saying, I'm never say never. And I love you guys. I love that you're asking me, hey, Gene, when are you going to activate your super chats? Guys, it is so easy to click on the Gum Friday membership and change your tier. Were you going to, watch this, were you about to give me $8, then pretend you were going to give me $8 over the next 3 episodes and change your thing to legit news guy. Were you going to give me $8? Then go to Compound Media, CM12, and subscribe. We do all those things. Then fucking make yourself a waterhead $100 a month, or don't do a fucking thing. Just sit here and watch me ramble. Fucking just sit here and listen to the fucking clown show. And don't misunderstand me. Don't misunderstand me. I think fucking super chats are great. Hold on, I fucking lost where I was. I think super chats are fucking awesome. I do. I love fucking watching Simcast and seeing the different people and thousands of people. And sure, there's a couple familiar names, but it's a lot of different people giving money. I got 133 people in here. I'm not ready for your money. I'm ready for you to give money to my boss, which I will get. I'm ready for you to give money to Gum Fridays, which is my way of fucking giving a little something to Garrett and Steve, who fucking, I'll say it again. And fucking Bill's been popping up a lot lately. I could sit on Gum Fridays. I used to try and bring stuff to Gum Fridays, but I think Garrett and Steve get it now. I'm just throwing stuff at them so they can entertain me. Because if you don't get how amazing Garrett and Steve are together, you wouldn't be here. I'm sure you get that. More people than 20 years of Opie streams combined. Let's go to the new comments. John Turturro. By the way, I'll say it again. I know I'm having a good hair day when people say I look like Jeff Goldblum. I know I'm having a bad hair day when people say I look like John Turturro. So you've just answered that. There's no pet of the day. The pet of the day, you missed it, Rob. It was 6. I love that beautiful cat. Why is I'm going to say he because of the dark black. Why has he not been pet of the day? Send him in if he has. 6 is on the Eames chair. $500 cat bed. $5,000 cat bed. Ain't nobody. Shut up, Just Plain Dave with the alien cat. I gave Chad $1 Patreon when I first got into the Dabbleverse 3 months ago. I enjoy everyone, honestly. Well, most people. Yeah, Vermont Cheddar. Whatever you like, do it. Yeah, guys, I need the money for sports gambling, headbands, and booze. Maybe a hair transplant. This guy's great. See, now this is a guy. Here's the difference between a guy like Flat Broke Gino and a guy like fucking Tubby, who's so fucking pathetic. He fucking showed up at the studio this week. Keanu's like, you got to get a restraining order from that guy. From my car? Stop it, Marcus Welby. I'm going to be like Barry. God forgive me, Levy. I'm going to be like Levy. Shut up, bird. Yes, DB, this is live. What's I going to say? I fucking love when Levy goes, shut up, bird, or whatever. He's like yelling at the fucking avatar. I fucking can't get enough of that. I will not get an MLC headband. GNS, Garrett and Steve, they do. They fucking bring the fire. I'm going to give them a fucking, hold on. I'm going to give them a hype train. Garrett and Steve. Running out of coffee. God, I love coffee. Yeah, I'm telling you, how do you not drink black coffee? By the way, why am I getting a $500 super chat, Robert? What $500 super chat? Hold on, I'm getting super chats on my phone. God, I gotta get a new phone. But I like having a shitty little fucking phone because it keeps me from using my phone too much. Because now half the time, instead of being on a phone 100% of the time, 50% I'm on the phone, 50% I'm saying, fuck this phone. I need a new phone because I can't get on this phone. But here's a $5,000 super chat from our boy Robert. Robert says, Wipe your asshole properly. That I waited for that, Robert. I waited for that. Here's one. In Hot Water Bobcat, great stream. Happy anniversary and congrats on the 16 seconds, buddy. All right, let me point out the 16 seconds thing. Thank you. And again, there was probably a time, I think she was referring to the time Stacy was subletting a place in Brooklyn. It was in my old neighborhood. I went there, banged her. It took longer than 15 seconds, but if it took longer than a minute, well, then Mike Bichetti saved my life. But I will say this, because I had to fucking bury the first card of the deck. She even said on the show, like 10 minutes later, not even 10 minutes later, we banged again. We went right back at it. Now, I'm not trying to sell you on my sexual prowess because that's bedroom talk. And as comedy Steve will tell you, you don't talk about these things. But I do fine. I have quite the, I'm quite the coxman. But that aside, doesn't need it. Those days are behind me because I got that little gal. And more importantly, I loved that she brought it up because she thought it'd be a fun little joke because Stacy still thinks she's talking to Gino's friends, Bob and Kevin. But instead, she's talking to Gino's enemy, Kevin, and his snickering sidekick, Bob. And I'm telling you, I felt uncomfortable for Bob. Like, what was it, only 15 seconds? Was it only, hey. It was embarrassing. So I love that it was brought up. I will not run from it. Somebody said 20 seconds earlier in the stream. I'll take what I can get. Jim, why does Kelvin take pictures of his super chats with his phone? Does he save them to look at later when he's thinking about? I don't know. I really don't know. No, Jason, big fan of the salt and the pepper. Thank you, Jaquan. I lasted 2 minutes fucking a table that I brought. God, I remember that. Bob is, I take a picture. Oh, yeah, but I always need more than fucking one, Rob. Barry's mad at me because he's used to fucking appeasing 1,000 faceless people. And when a dear friend of his of 25, 30 years calls him out saying, Bob, you're being a dick, it upsets him. You know, that's all. When I say things to him that he's letting be said about me and saying it's not a big deal, when I say things to him that are being said to him in the chats like this, and he's doing it for money, and I call him out, he gets angry. But he can't get angry at them because they're his fucking world. So he gets angry at me, and that feeds his boss, Kevin, and that makes everyone happier. That's how you lose yourself in the fucking world of Nightmare Alley. That's how it happens, guys. That's how it do. I mean, but don't take my word for it. Just look at Bob's Twitter when he lost his mind and then start shitting on Anthony and shitting on Canoe. And then rather than be like, wow, I lost my fucking mind, he says, yeah, I'm going after families now. Kevin's got to go. And he just fucking creates headaches for his fucking buddy Shuley, who's a nicer person. That's all. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Bob Levy. Is Bob Levy a great comedian? Yeah. Is Bob Levy fucking making the money he deserves? Yeah. Is Bob Levy mad at me? Yeah. Should he be? Yeah. Because I will not back down from, I think, Bob's fucking, acting beneath himself sometimes. So there you go. I mean, he has not, like, I don't care that he says shit about me. My life is my life regardless of Bob. Bob's living in New Jersey. Bob's fucking touring the MLC universe. I'm fucking living in New York. I'm doing spots at LOL and touring when I can and enjoying my show 5 days a week and fucking, and trying to dry out my liver. That's what I'm doing. We all have our own lives. By the way, this was brought up to me by my buddy over at Silk City Hot Sauce. I always forget his name, who runs Silk City. Forgive me. Him, and Dylan Mulvaney have the same birthday, December 29th. I don't know what that is, nor do I know what that is. I don't know. So, yeah. Just plain Dave, I'm going to see who the Chargers get. But see, there's, like, I get into the draft when the Chargers really need something. Like, the last time I really got into it, of course, was, 3 drafts ago when they needed a QB and it was coming down and they had the 6th pick. And when it got to 5 and Tua and Herbert were left, I'm like, I don't care who we get as long as we get one. But now I'll tell you, who even needs, like, how many? We have a great roster. Like, it would be hard to crack that roster. So I'm curious who we're going to get, So I'm not worried about the draft. I'm just going to root for whoever we draft, if that makes sense. Yes, they are, JC. Phils are playing at 3 today. And look who just showed up. Look who just showed up. There's your pet of the day. There's your pet of the day. My lovely little Angel 6. How are you, little lady? Huh? She's bored. All right, so yeah, I've had interactions with Club Soda Kenny, and he's never been anything but nice to me. Like, in fact, I was always impressed when he would talk to me, and he would always talk to me in a ball-busting way because, I'm friends with Norton, and he was usually with Norton when I saw him. So, yeah, I have look, and thank you so much. Look, I'm not going to bash Club Soda Kenny any more than I did that day. And I'm not going to bash Bill Burr any more than I did that day, but I'm never not going to side with Anthony because Anthony's never been anything but good to me. Anthony's never been was never anything but good to Bill Burr before fucking the fans got into it. Okay. Anthony was never anything but good to fucking Club Soda Kenny. And I'm lucky enough to be in a world right now where he's being good to me and I can be great to him. And that's the beauty of what we do at Compound Media. And that's why it keeps evolving. And that's why I love when people are like, oh, what are you going to do when it shuts down? Whether it's tomorrow or 1,000 years from now, I'm going to say, that was great. That was amazing. And now I'll move on to the next thing as you move on to the next thing. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but I'm blind drunk usually, so I don't see anything happening anytime soon. So I don't worry about it, but I say this in my act and I turn it into a dick joke. But the greatest thing you can wake up with every day, well, it's Keanu. It's Keanu and 6. And I do. Every day I wake up with one, usually, sometimes 2 of them. So that's the greatest thing. But the greatest thing you can give out every day is gratitude, and you get more back. And I am nothing but fucking grateful. Nothing but fucking grateful for the 1,014, 15, 16 shows I've done. I mean, if you add in Gum Friday, that's bordering 1,200. I have nothing but grateful. And there would never come a day where the boss is like, the studio's shutting down. And I'd be like, how could you? I'd be like, wow, how great was that? So again, I never worry about that stuff. And when people tweet about it, I'm like, why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that? I'll say it again. I watch MLC sometimes now. It doesn't bother me anymore because regardless of what you think about what is being said, that's a working business model. Okay. And there was a time when I'm like, this is going to burn out. And I didn't root for it to burn out. Like, this has to burn out. And it was after the fucking blow up with the boss when they went up to 1,000 people. And then it was like 3 months later, which was this month. And I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. This isn't going anywhere. And good for them. Good for fucking them. So there you go. So you know what happened when these shows are actual shows? Seems like ever since Brennan came along, it's a lot of hate and arguing in general. Your thoughts? Yeah. John Goldbergstein, Irish guy. That's what the MLC-verse is. Now, I'm proud to say our show has been as silly as ever. I believe we got high. I don't think we talked about them at all this week, except like little snipes and jibes here and there. But I believe we had DeMar Hamlin on one day this week. I believe we had Jim Stansel, who's moving to weekly. I believe we had Kate Meany on Monday, and I'm sorry if she didn't give you a nip slip. So that's their world, John. But I'm proud to say Sophie's Choice, Canoe or 6. No, Flat Cat. No. Now you're pissing me off. I'm kidding. Would never happen. It would never happen. I cannot pick. I mean, obviously I should say Canoe, but I can't. And obviously I should say 6, but I can't. Don't let Canoe see that. But Canoe knows I can't. Well, tell you what. Watch this. I'll go back to this. I'll tell you this much, Flat Cat. Whoever I picked would be the loser because I would just bitch about how much I missed the other one. I'd be like, I took 6, and I'd be like, 6, I miss Canoe. Or I'd be like, Canoe, and I'd be like, I miss my cat. So there'd be no winners. How's that? How about that for stick in the land and Flat Cat? And you know it's a good stick in the landing because it's true. No, Flat Cat is Flat Cat. That's not how you spell. It's not even close to how you spell suicidal. I mean, suicidal. That's cute. What are my thoughts about what Landau said? It was amazing. I mean, I alluded to it earlier, Jim. It was fucking amazing what he said about it. Like bullies. I said this. I said this when Aaron was still there. Bullies are bullies are bullies. Okay. And they suck. And that's what Crowder was. And you cannot there's no doubt in my mind that yellow light story, incredible. Like there's guys that I fucking say it all the time. Come on my show. I promise I'll let you be funny. I will let you do whatever you want. I'll let you do whatever you want because I know I'm funny. And the only thing I love more than being funny is when people make me laugh. And I love when fucking the fans, when the booth, when fucking the guests, love when they make me laugh. And I would never fucking be like, all right, don't talk, I'm talking. Unless I'm bitching about something, you know? That's all. So guys that are insecure about comedy, like, and that's Pat Dixon. He's so insecure. He has mommy issues. My buddy Rick said it. Like, these are the guys that get in the way of fucking other funny people. They're the ones, okay? They're the ones when they're insecure about women, they hit them and shit on them. That's what they do. Thank you, Antoine. So let me answer by saying this, Jim. It didn't surprise me at all. I'm sure, Jim, were you not the same as me listening, going like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. I get that. John Goldbergstein. I know Gino from over 10 years ago. Gino was on Artie Lang Show on DirecTV. Thank you. He was working with Artie after that, and I've seen him stand up multiple times. He doesn't need to mention people. Yeah. Thank you, John Goldbergstein. This kike gets it. You don't. And I'll be the first to admit, like, I fell into that world, and I make no apologies for the for the 2 months after fucking I came back with the broken jaw that I needed to work through it like that. Because again, I show up every day with a clean slate, with a Blanche card, and with a tabula rasa, but I wanted to use the other white word. And whatever is on my mind, I talk about, you know, and I had to work through it, and I make no apologies. And I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with the people that fucking became even more loyal fans and brought in other fans because of that, as much as I fucking have no problem with the people that left. The only problem is the people that stayed and want me to go back to being who I was before fucking Aaron fucking betrayed us and fucking Pat broke my jaw. Because that changes a man. Prison changes a man, people. So there you go. And John Goldbergstein, thank you so much. Hopefully you're subscribed to the Patreon, John. Hopefully you're subscribed. I recommend the $25 legit new guy. I do. I will not. Cheddar is an upcoming pet of the day. Yeah. Oh my God, Flat Cat. Your girl Canoe is addicted to the cartoon app. Quezcatal, which is a pet. Oh, I remember you, dude. Welcome back. Look, Opie's another one. Opie's another one that he's insecure and fucking, you know, he's living kind of a lie, but I have no problem with him. He thinks I have a problem with him because I'm sure I said shitty things about him when I was bad-mouthing him with the boss, because I'm always going to do that. This is who I am, you know, and I'll speak my mind. I will. And I think, like, between you and me, I'm going to say it. The boss said to me countless times, like, remember when Aaron used to call me Opie? Because he knew he was Opie. It's that simple. It's that simple. And one time the boss said to me, so you're saying the married guy who's worried about all the money and is uptight about the content and fucking keeps cutting you off, that's me? And you're Opie, the guy that's getting drunk, banging hot chicks, and saying whatever the fuck you want? You're Opie, and he's Anthony? I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that. Okay? So again, I have no problem with Opie being Opie. That's just Opie. I have no problem with Berg being Opie. But when you try and fucking flip the switch, we're going to push back. And I'm sorry that Opie gets mad at me when I push back. But watch this. Big fan of Opie having my boy Corndiff on, having my boy Cardiff Electric on, although I consider myself much closer with Corndiff than Cardiff. Okay? So that's my thoughts on Opie, Quezcatal. How was your week, buddy? Feel like we're buddies now. And Quezcatal, I don't know if you saw this. Oh, I'll get to that, Mikey Cuts. If you saw this, like Dixon was on the BS show this week. Great episode. Actually showed a clip of it on our show. And I'm sure my boy Goldbergstein will admit that wasn't about me shitting on them. It was me shitting on Ray. And Dixon was on MLC this week. I'm over. Dixon has his own shit to deal with. He doesn't affect me anymore. But if he lies about me, I'm going to push back. And I haven't had to, because it's almost like he can't talk about it. Excuse me. It's almost like they were bringing it up on MLC and he couldn't talk about it. Okay. Okay. So, if you're talking about the cartoon app, Flat Cat, Keanu fucking bought it or something. It was like $8 a month. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So I'll tell you this about Dombrowski. Yeah. Team Corn, Darth mode. Here's the thing about Kevin. I love him. But I didn't stream yesterday because between you and me, when he has fucking Anthony Zenhauser on, it pisses me off. Because Anthony Zenhauser is a guy that you can look back at old clips. I helped him get started in comedy. And Anthony Zenhauser and Kevin Dombrowski have this in common. Let me say this so I don't. The three of us, me, Kevin, and Anthony, have this in common. We're straight white men well over 35. Okay? Well over 35. Okay? In my case. And the industry doesn't need me at all. Fortunately, I have this. I have built this from doing whatever the fuck I want and just leaning into everything I want to do and seeing where it gets me. Okay? And Kevin is at that point where he's like, well, let me have him on because he's part of this network because I don't want to lose this. You can, but he stands for nothing. And Zenhauser is white knuckling onto a gig with Pat Dixon, who's a fucking psycho, and their show is fucking flailing, and it doesn't bring anything to the table. And all I'm seeing is you fucking siding with a guy who sits across from a guy who lies about your dear friend all the time and physically broke his jaw. And I'm sorry if that bothers me, okay? And I see that you're doing that, Kevin, because you're trying to survive, but you really need to fucking just do whatever the fuck you want to do. And if you want to have someone on that fucking is shitty to me, that hurts my feelings. And I think that's the best I can say it. Am I still friends with Kevin? Close friends. I cannot wait to go hang with him and his family again. And I'm glad he got out of this podcast world because it was stressing him out and he was getting nothing out of it. And again, he's on a network where he's got a far better show than Ray DeVito and a far better show than fucking Men Are Talking. But people are watching Ray DeVito because fucking he's a fucking clown. People are watching fucking Pat Dixon because Bob Levy brings the cancers from MLC, drops it on the front door of the network, and Shuli's getting sick of it a little bit in some cases. And they're fucking in Kevin's podcast shitting on him. So again, was I a little hurt that Kevin had fucking Zenhauser on? Yeah, but that's my problem. And am I glad that Kevin got the fuck out of the fucking podcasting world for now? Yeah. Am I glad that he's not doing my show now? Yeah, because he wasn't happy doing it. And it wasn't a reflection on me. But when you sit at my desk and say, I don't fucking watch this show. Wow. Here's what you do if you're good at podcasting. You lie about it and be like, yeah, that was funny. You don't act like I'm the bad boy that doesn't watch this show because Stop it. I brag about watching the BS show. I talk about watching MLC. Okay? I do. And the shit I don't fucking watch, I don't fucking go on it. All right? But if a show's not worth fucking watching, it's not worth being on. So again, Kevin realized that too. And he's like, yeah, this is no fun. Right? It wasn't what it was. So he got away from it. It's that simple. Okay? And fucking, we'll fucking have cigars. We'll fucking have drinks whenever I'm drinking again. And that's that. That's that. Now who's funnier? Chud Cumsock or Pat Dixon? I don't know who Chud. I'm going to say Chud Cumsock because it's a funnier word. Yeah, Barry, I apologize. You're right. I did the same thing with Dixon's girlfriend. The one that fucking I had on the show that he'd been broken up with 7 months, and the one he was grooming to fucking, get him a new apartment. Yeah, sorry about that. So hopefully you can tell. Let me tell you, if I was saying something nice about a Kevin, it was Dombrowski. If I was saying something fucking demeaning, it was Brennan. How's that? Dombrowski is one of the nicest guys in the world. And here's the other thing. Kevin Dombrowski did not nurse me back to health. All right? That's an exaggeration. Kevin Dombrowski fucking picked me up from the fucking dentist and spent 2 days putting up with miserable fucking Gino. And I will tell you, those 2 days he did. He fucking nursed me back to health. But I was gone after 2 days because I needed to see my cat. Okay? So again, let's not fucking, he fucking without him, fucking, yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken my enter and he fucking saved me. But let's not fucking act like I was sitting there in a fever fucking dream for fucking a week and a half. All right? Daddy's a big boy. I will not, Joseph Pantalone. All right. Jeff Goldberg, sorry if I keep, no, please. That's how we got to an hour and a half. Sorry if I keep, yeah. But sorry if I keep commenting, but man, watch how you read a super chat. Sorry if I keep commenting, but man, it stinks seeing good people get shit on. I like that you spelled it with a Y. Kevin is tarnishing people's names just because he's bitter. Hating on everyone won't work. Does Kevin even watch O&A? That's Kevin's bit. That's his bit. And I told Bob one of the first and last times he came at my desk, And I said, Bob, you're turning into a pro wrestler. And that time he stormed in, and I apologized to Bob Levy for something I didn't even do because Bob's losing his fucking mind. I'll say it again. Fat Tubby made a fake account, used my avatar, made a clip of his stupid shit comedy club in Vineland that I told you would fold, and someone playing karaoke played it on his Twitter 3 times, and Bob insisted to my face that I did that on the show. And when I said, no, it was Tubby, he's like, no. And because I was so patient with Bob, I apologized to my senile friend, Bob Levy, for something I never did. And what thanks did I get? He went right back to insisting it happened. Fuck him. Fuck him for not apologizing for that. Fuck him for doubling down and bringing up, oh, Keanu got hit. Oh, yeah, you're a tough man, Bob. Fuck him. And if he wants to hit me for fucking saying that, if he wants to hit me for saying, fuck you for making me apologize to you for something I didn't do, fine, Bob. But fucking get on your fucking meds and cut the weed. Can't be fucking bothered. Fucking, and it's all, I have all the receipts. All the receipts. All the receipts. Watch the show. And then Tubby comes in. He's like, yeah, it was just a joke. Tubby's an attention-seeking fat fuck who I'm telling you is banned from this chat because he wants attention and he needs medical attention. And when he dies alone, like, trust me, when they find Six eating me, she'll be drunk from eating my liver first. A giant liver like Garrett got if you watch Gum Fridays. And I'm sorry, Bob, that I lost my fucking temper, but I'm sorry. It really hurt my feelings that I apologized to you out of respect for something I never did just to get past it. And then you keep bringing it up. You brought it up on the 4-hour Anthony special we did, 5-hour Anthony special we did, and you said, no, that really happened. That hurt. That was the end. Stop it. Stop it. Get fucking help. And your wife is right. I should have hit Pat back. Nicely done. If I had to rank my favorite Jews, Bob would fall somewhere between Bill Macy and the first one in the oven. Not bad. Say what you will about Gino. He keeps his place clean. It's not that bad, is it? Jason, here's why. I think it's relatively clean. And I told you, you know why. I showed you my closet. All my dirty clothes are stuffed into the bottom. There's closets in the kitchen that everything is stuffed into. You know? You can tell Levy is getting tired of Brendan. He fired Chad from the show. And you can see clear as day that Bob didn't respect that. Bob knows the show's better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I will give Brendan this. The numbers aren't down. They're just shuffled. Because Chad is going to have to keep... Oh, thank you, John. You should see my summer home. You should see my southern flat. I'm saying this, John, fucking Bob. Chad's going to have to keep streaming at 5 o'clock. Chad's going to have to keep streaming at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, those people will go right back to Kevin. And don't get me wrong. Like, I'm telling you, Kevin's been under 800, and he was kind of freaking about it the Thursday show. But Friday, he said it, and he gets it, and he's right. He's fucking right, okay? They're all coming back when Chad stops doing it, okay? And if Chad doesn't stop doing it, he doesn't care. Like, there was one fan, Little Kerr or something. He was literally giving Kevin, it had to be a work, John. Had to be a work. He was literally giving Kevin $100 on Super Chats like 3 or 4 times. And then he'd go into Chad's stream and be like, $2 Super Chat. You should tell Kevin to let you in. So you see where the loyalty lies. You see where the loyalty lies. Let's go back to my buddy Quez Catala out in Sweden. And 132 people, not bad. Chrissy Mayer has a bigger audience on YouTube, so she is a bigger comedian by that stance, according to Kevin. No, exactly. Chrissy will be the first to tell you that if you rank us as comedians, I'm a better comedian than Chrissy. I hope I'm not speaking out of school. She let me headline the Orlando show, and everyone was there to see her. Don't get me wrong. But are you kidding? Chrissy's, let me tell you what I'm better at other than that. And only because I've been doing it more than twice as long. Nothing. Chrissy's such a great streamer. Chrissy's such a better person. Chrissy has slightly larger tits. I'm kidding. Chrissy's great. And Chrissy gets it. You know, and Chrissy got her start. I don't want to take too much credit, but one of the first places you saw her in air was in Hot Water, and we loved having her on. We loved having her on. You could tell she knew what she was doing because she would send me and fucking, God forgive me, Aaron. Hey, I want to come by the show. And we'd be like, fine. And then she'd send us email of 3 pages of character. We're like, just come on, Chrissy. We like you. Just come on. Yeah. Brennan, it's all numbers to Brennan. It's all how many subs you have. It's how much you made in super chats. It's how many people are in your stream. And that's fine. Because let me tell you this. That's the one thing Kevin does not lie about. Kevin does not lie about numbers. Like when he asked Bob how much he was making at the Shuley Network, let me tell you this. Bob said 6,000, so he's probably making 4,000 and he probably is only earning about 3,000, but Shuli's incredibly generous. Okay, not slighting Bob. I'm just saying if Bob said 6, it was probably 4, and knowing how generous Shuli is, he was probably actually earning 3. How's that? How's that? All right, so highly disagree with this. I'm much better at streaming solo because I kind of have to. I watch Simcast every Sunday. Great guest. My girl April from Steel Toe was on last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. It all blurs. Keanu's on quite often. Leanne Starr, big fan of her. She's always on. Love me the Simcast. Josh DeLeo, are the Sixers on right now? Fuck, I did not know. I did not know. Watch this. NBA Reddit fight. Buy me some time, guys. All right. Sixers. Oh, it's early, dude. It's early. I got 53-50. Let's see if this will work. Hold on. Let's see if I can get us in trouble. Please hold, guys. I'm going to click here to watch, see if it works. I'm going to click here to watch, see if it works. Nope, it's not going to work. If I had more time, I would try and make this stream work, but it's not working. Oh, wait, it might work. Hold on. Hold on. You'll know it's work. Wait, do you hear it? Hold on, guys. You ready? Hold on. It's going to be worth it. It's called a reveal. Hold on. Oh, wait, you do hear it, right? Wait, I forgot. There you go. Sixers leading down 53-52. Fucking little Maxi. Boom. Fucking pulls up with the J for the deuce. 54. Hold on, let me put my headset. Sixers, look at that. I put it right on as the Sixers take their first lead since early in the game. Bridges pulls up. No, back of the rim. Harden with the board. Harden drives. Fucking little. Oh, underneath to 44 with the layup. I don't know 40. Harden fucking distributing, people. 14-0 run. Philly. Yeah, bitch. Fucking, yeah, all the people in New York are sitting there. I fucking turned it off. Sorry, guys. Doesn't matter. All the people in New York are sitting here telling me, careful of Brooklyn. Fuck you. I know, Josh. I'm jinxing him. I know. Mikey cuts Carl. Gina, be honest. It's time Carl mans up and hammers Steel Toe. I don't know. Look, I don't know what you're. I don't know why anyone would hate Steel Toe. I hated Steel Toe when we started and this is why, because Steel Toe was listening to the lies of fucking Pat Dixon, and so he fucking like he does. He fucking played off the internet sensation. He played the Heat. You know, and then I went at him and he went after me. And then after a while, we're both the same asshole. Why are we fighting? And I watch his show and I like it. I like his show. It's fucking it's old-fashioned radio. They talk about stuff. They bust fucking balls. They don't fucking do these fucking beefs for real. So I don't know why you have to shit on Steel Toe. And if you want to, great. You can. But it's just a show. You know? And he's another guy that he doesn't start it. He's like, all right. He didn't start it. You know, Chad lost his fucking mind. He's like, sorry if it's fun to make fun of retarded people. But again, I listen to Steel Toe 2-3 times a week. If I'm not listening to the BS show or I'm not listening to Chrissy Mayer, it's how I spend my mornings. Cranking one out to him and then his wife. Sometimes if I can't work it out to that shitty goatee, what are you doing? What are you doing with this goatee, Aaron? Anyway. So yeah. John, I'm telling you again, fucking John, yes or no? Are you subscribed to Gum Fridays? Fucking subscribe for the $25 a month tier. Please. You get it's basically you get fucking, what do you get? You get 20% off. I don't know. Because you get fucking $50 every year towards the gift shop. So there you go, John. Please. And spread the word. And when I get the super chats enabled, we'll go from there. All right. Wow, look at that. We've been doing $1.50 here. It's not bad. I don't know what a lifelong idler is, Jason. I do know that I suck dick. This according to my doctor, Dr. Yes 79. That I'm sure of. I'm sure I sucked dick. I don't know who Gumroad is. Oh, Gum Friday. No, John, fine. But I'm telling you, if you want to give me money and look at my face, thank you so much. Thank you. Then subscribe for the fucking $10 tier. $10 a month. You get fucking, trust me, you get to see Garrett and Steve, and they're fucking hysterical. Now, I'll tell you something about Brennan. Brennan makes it so obvious that all he cares about us money. I know it's his money. I know. Yeah, Garen goatee. Garen. Drunk. Aaron's goatee is like Gavin McGinnis's goatee. Hiding is not. Oh, that's me, dude. I will say this. I'm not going to shit on fucking Gavin or Aaron for that, because this thing, people like, when Joanne said once to me, it's like, when did you grow a beard? When did you decide to grow a beard? I'm like, I decide to grow a beard every time I shave it. And I just see the jowls and I used to have such a pronounced chin. I did. And now not so much. How much better do I think the Chargers will be this year with Moore's or new AC? I don't think it makes a fucking difference. I don't think it does. Because Dave, it's that, and Dave, I hope I'm wrong, but it's that mindset. They have a fucking choker mindset. And the fact that they fucking cover up for fucking Brandon Staley saying, like, we never thought of firing. You have to think of firing a guy that blows the biggest lead, playoff lead in franchise history. One of the 3 biggest leads in the history of the NFL playoffs. You have to at least say, yeah, we thought about firing him, and then say why you didn't. Not just like, we would never fire him. Well, you should have. Okay? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. I don't think it'd be easy to make me a hockey guy, John Keeler. But I appreciate the thought. Jimbo said it. That's true, John. I don't think Brennan's ever seen O&A in their prime. Or Stern with Artie. Daddy knows anything about the culture we're in besides stand up from the 90s. Excuse me. Well, in my defense, Jimbo, you didn't need a period there. I doubt he knows anything about the culture we're in besides stand up from the 90s. I hate that. Oh, Jesus Christ, I fucked up. Is that why he hates all of y'all? He hates because hate is his brand, and he's great at it. Kevin's great at hate. He's like, I keep saying he's going to get cancer. No, it sustains him. Joanne said it. Gene, you're going to give yourself cancer if you don't fucking stop harping on this. So I stopped harping on it. Thank God for Joanne. Thank God for Jono or Jogo. But yeah, I'll tell you, I didn't even really listen to classic O&A. I didn't listen to Stern. I was late to that party because I didn't listen to him until he went to Sirius, because I walked to work before all that. Thank you, Antoine Cumia. It 63-57 good guys at commercial break. Go Sixers. Blue Mosaic, tell me about that. Merch destroyed Brennan last night. But yeah, I was late to the O&A party. I started listening to it. I literally started listening to it about a couple months before the Sexer Sam scandal. I did. And that's because I was friends with Norton and I knew he was doing. I wanted to support. And then I was listening to fucking Brennan. Excuse me. God forgive me. Then I was listening to Stern on replay on fucking Sirius, because I would be driving to gigs. I did a lot of road work back and forth. You would just put it on that and you'd listen to the whole week. So it was great. It was great. I'm running dangerously low on coffee. That is not good. All right. So, I don't know why I would have brain damage. All right. So I think I covered everything, right? Like, look, it's $137. It's not a bad stream. I don't know what that means. They suck. Watch him. Look, Antoine, if you don't like him, don't watch him. It's that simple. I mean, I have nothing to gain by saying I like him. Nothing to gain. But I enjoy the show. I do. Like, I would rather fucking watch that than I'd rather get my morning news from there, or fucking, you don't get it from the BS show. You just get a good fucking chuckle. Or fucking Chrissy. I'd rather hear what's going on in the world from Chrissy or Steel Toe than I would anyone else. Than I would The View, than I would Fox News, anything in between. That's me. But again, I don't get why. Like, look, I have a problem with Misery Loves Company, but I don't say don't watch it. You know what I mean? I have a problem with fucking Pat Dixon. You can watch fucking the Men Are Talking show. It stinks. I have no problem with it. But you're one of those people, Antoine, that we make fun of, that call into my show. Oh, your show. Don't watch it. You're on the internet. Antoine, you're on the internet right now. There's a world of shit you can look at, but you're the guy that wants everyone to fucking get behind you as you Pied Piper out and say, everyone stop watching Steel Toe. Stop it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. That's a bust on me, right? So if you don't like something, don't watch it. I mean, as the fucking fat gay guy, I can never remember their names. Corden said when he stole fucking Ricky Gervais's joke, you rip down the fucking guitar lesson thing and say, I don't want guitar lessons. Stop it. Hey, by the way, if anyone doesn't know, Antoine doesn't like Steel Toe. Okay, good for you. I don't like fucking pears. I don't like their texture. I don't walk around the fucking fruit aisle knocking fucking out pears out of people's hands saying, why are you eating that? I don't walk into an art museum when people are looking at a picture I don't like and rip it down. You're better than that, Antoine. You're better than that. But I'll let you get back to whatever the message board someone sent me, Steel Toe boring show. Right. I'll let you get back to that. I'll let you get back to that, Antoine. And you could sit there. Oh, thank you, buddy. Hold on. Now I'm friends with Antoine. Fuck you, Guru One. But I mean it. Antoine, like, stop watching it. Like, and by the way, this is why I'm wearing on you, because you hear the honesty in my voice. I was so livid with fucking MLC. I would watch it and get so livid. Watch our show. It's really highbrow. All right? Now, Mersh, let's get back to this. Is there a link to it, Blue? Is there a link to it? Because I'd love to fucking watch it. You know? Like, I got nothing else to do today. Keon, the old ball and chains at work making us money so she can pay my rent. I don't go on Gas Digital anymore because I think Berg, you know, I'm sure I made it awkward. I'm sure that fucking Chad made it awkward, fucking trying to get Godfrey to beat me up, which he never wanted to do. I'm sure fucking it's too awkward. Do I talk to fucking Louis J. Gomez offline a lot? Yeah. Do I highly recommend his stand-up? Yeah. Do I think Real Ass Podcast is a great morning show? Yeah. How easy is that? I dare you to find one clip of me saying Real Ass isn't a great show. I dare you to find one clip of me saying Zach isn't a great number 2. You can't. So I don't know why, but I highly recommend it. Hey, Coltsy, please call me Journo or Gimo. All right, so it's easy to find, right? Look, just DM it to me or something. You have my number. In Hot Water was great because it was doomed. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Jimbo says, and Gino, I know you hate Ray, but I can honestly say you, Ray, and Lee are actually good people. I can't say the same about Brendan and Chad. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Chad might be the fakest person I've ever watched see-through. Yeah. And Ray is a good guy, but I don't need Ray. Like, Ray, don't shit on me, Ray, when I call you out for exactly what you did. And I try to help you and say, Ray, you blew the light. And rather than fucking be honest and say what everyone's saying now, Ray blew the light. Ray did a wedding show and blew the fucking light. And then it gets dark because we were nice enough to put him on. He's like, and not only does he say it was my fault, not only does Ray go, my bad, I blew the light. He's like, Gino said nigger. That's the shittiest thing you can do. So you can say he's a good guy, Jimbo, but he's stupid. And when he says that in front of a cancerous fucking echo chamber of MLC, and they all fucking spread the lie and come at me, Daddy's got to push back. That's how Daddy got to do. You understand that, right, Jimbo? So it's that simple. Thank you. Ray raps better than me, but yeah. No, Antoine, because I'm a bitch. But that's just it. And when Ray steals a comedy joke, and we literally sit there saying, hold on, buy me some time. When Ray steals a comedy joke, I got a little coffee back here. When Ray is such a hack, he takes a joke from a fiber optics convention, fucking changes it for the worse, and then says, no. And then fucking Levy listens to the liars and says, Gino said you stole one of his jokes. And then Bob's like, well, yeah, Bob, we get it. You're so stupid now on weed that you believe the fucking chat that you know is liars. And then you lie about me. Nothing I've said about you is a lie, Bob. You're smoking too much weed from what I'm hearing. My opinion. That's not fair. And you're just fucking, you're listening to these idiots instead of just fucking being your happy self. So there you go. Ray's a fake good guy. Yeah, nobody puts Daddy in a corner. Someone sent him Nightwave Radio from last night. Ah, right. Why is it? Is it on here? Can I just search it? Nightwave Radio. Mersh. Hitting enter. Buy me some time. Nightwave Radio. Hold on. Let's see. That up. Nope, I did it wrong. Buying some time. I'll go to live. I guess it would be under live. I don't know how YouTube works. Okay, so it was last night. Look at this. 421 Nightwave. About how far in? Watch this. About how far in, guys? About how far in? I'm sober now, Eddie Mush. Eddie Mush, I've been sober for a solid. I shouldn't even say sober. I'm just, watch this. I'm not sober. I'm afraid to drink because I think I fucked up my liver and I got to make a doctor's appointment. All right, Nightwave Radio, guys. How far in? Hold on. Here we go. Ready? Is there a way to put this in or do I need? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Nope. Yep. 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 By the way, I promise by next week I'll learn. Like, there's probably a way I can put this in the stream, but I just don't know how to do it. Or maybe I can only put it in the stream if I have one of the StreamYards you pay for, which I'll look into next week as well. But yeah, Gino's gonna die like Stacy's roommate. Tell me about it, Marcus. Tell me about it. By the way, always on go. Are people really asking him? He's obviously fake, bro. If someone lies about the smallest things, you can only imagine the bigger thing he lies about. Can anyone trust him with a single thing? No, they can't. All right, so let's get back to this real fast. Yep. 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 Here, here. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Hey, addicted to profits. He is indeed a pathological liar. He's no fit. There you go. There you go. Fucking addicted to profits thinks I'm a piece of shit. Addicted to profits thinks I'm a piece of shit. And even he knows Chad is a fucking another dimension of psycho. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Not for the piece of shit. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't realize. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I thought I just muted this and not me. I was saying, thank you, Addicted to Profits. I just read it and I said, even Addicted to Profits thinks I'm a piece of shit, but he knows Chad's worse. That's all. But sorry about that. I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm learning. Sorry, guys. They love their pro wrestling. Love their pro wrestling. Like, I don't want to listen to this whole thing, but yeah, I don't want, like, where does he shit on him the whole time, right? He basically says what I said. He's he's a whining, hypocritical bitch. Yeah, yeah. Shut up. Gino, what's your who's on worse on Frugs? Pat Dixon or Artie Lang? Ha ha ha. Well, Artie's off of them. Whose life have they ruined more? I'd say Artie. And I shouldn't say ruined because Artie's bouncing back. Thank God he got through it. But yeah, he just sold his home. Dixon's still on the downward spiral. And you try and call him out on it. And he's like, I don't do that. The shit his ex told me, and not the ex that I fucked, the ex that got me fucking and my jaw broken. She left him. And she's telling me stories that I don't even say because I don't know if they're true. I think they're true. But the stuff I'm hearing, it's too fucking dark. Like, it's like Carl's burnout light bulb joke. It's too dark. It's too dark. But yeah, if you don't notice, Pat is always squinting, and that's on you. It's on you. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get the shakes from fucking 12 days without booze, but we'll go from there. Go from there. All right. Like, I don't want to listen to this whole thing. When does he get going? Someone tell me when this gets going. Or is it just a steady, slow shit on him? Hey, chimps. Yeah. Love me some Mersh. Sorry, boss. Sorry, Mersh. I'll reach out, Mersh. Thanks, buddy. Watch him shit on me. Thanks, buddy. Look at. Wait, what? I'm getting Mersh on the show. I got to text Mersh right now. Fucking love him. Yeah. If the boss can have Landau. Oh, that was great. Dude, whoever told me to put this on, thank you. You just made my fucking day. Like, I know the boss doesn't like Mersh, but I got to have a chat. All right, look. All right, look. I'm turning this off, but I'm going to listen to it, guys. And look, I'm going to put it in here for you. Look at that. There you go. Look at me. I'm helping. Not that you don't know. Like, I'm embarrassed that I just put that in the feed because I know that you know how to run the internet better than me. You could probably do a better, more coherent stream if you weren't used to talking to yourself for hours on end. But it's in there. I'm going to listen later. Here we go. Then don't watch, Antoine. Are we doing this again? Are you trying to get me to the 3-hour mark? Then don't watch, buddy. Love you, man. Wait. That was who, bro? Oh, the one that told me to watch it. Dude, look at my face. Thank you, Blue Mosaic. It really made my day. I love that he knew that. Yeah, Jimbo, I will say this. One of the greatest compliments I got was when that shit went down. Someone get me a Sixer score. One of the greatest compliments I got is when that shit went down that Thursday when he was talking about the fucking Bill Burr thing. And I'm fucking, that was when I was still drinking and fucking like, I got to stop drinking. I'm like, let me get out of the studio. It was the last, in fact, I'm happy to say that's the last time I really got hammered. And the boss calls me and I'm on the subway. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm on the way home, dude. He's like, you got to get back to the studio. I need you on the show today. Or I want you on the show today. Whatever it was, you could tell. And we hung out. And dude, he does respect me. It means a lot. And he knows because game respects game. And I'll say it again. One of the greatest moments in my entire fucking career up here is when Berg left and I was sitting at the bar across the street with him. And I'm like, and I don't know how I brought it up, but he could tell I was asking. He's like, Gino, the show's yours. It's like, the show is yours. You're my guy. He said, you're my guy. You don't get a better fucking compliment than that. And when a guy says you're my guy, you know what you say? You're like, well, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. But I am ride or die with this motherfucker. Because this motherfucker could have said, I don't fucking need you guys. I can add an extra hour once a week. He's like, you're my guy, Gene. Fucking, I think you can do it without him. Damn if you didn't. All right, Antoine, thank you so much. See, we should get out of here just in time to watch the wrap up of that. Oh, God, if the Sixers fucking need this one. Love you too. Just telling you, Mersh ain't coming on my compound network. Fine, whatever. It was a nice compliment. By the way, all right, 5 minutes left. Let's wrap it up. What a week on the In Hot Water show. Frankie was amazing. The weed day was amazing. I'm still fucking not right from that. Still trying to drink trying to drink the water to get it the fucking out of my system. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think I covered everything I wanted to get. Landau is speaking of the boss. Landau is on the boss's show Monday, Skyping in 4:15. You don't want to fucking miss that. That's going to be great. Sure, it's going to be 99% hilarity, 1% I told you so. Actually, 98% hilarity, 1% I told you so, 1% Dave gone, I know. But Dave's great. Like there was never, like it was always, and watch this. Here's another Gino was right. And don't get me wrong, I guarantee most of you were right. I guarantee. It was the people that had the gall to say, oh, fucking Dave left and just left the boss in a fucking lurch. You know that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit because that's like saying, yeah, without Dave, the boss has nothing. That was insulting. That was insulting to the boss. And Dave would have been the first to say that's not true at all. To Dave's credit, Dave wasn't like, I'm going to leave and just fuck the boss over. He's like, I'm going to leave. I got a better opportunity. The only fucking problem was was the email versus a call. And, I can't wait when he said, and if you haven't watched, let me tell you, watch the Mersh thing, 20 minutes of shitting on Brendan if you want, but make sure you watch Malice's interview with Landau so you have some primer. Because when he said, yeah, I'm leaving, I called him. It's like, everyone's like, he called him. No, he doesn't. No, she doesn't, Guru One. Stop it. Ride or die, Gino. All right. And yeah, it's guys like you, Thor. He wasn't Benedict. He got a better deal. And like, let me tell you, sure, Stud Joe Biden, whatever you need. I'm Baba Booey. I'm telling you, no, I don't know what that is. The way it ended may have been a shit show, Siddle or SITL, which is something I'm sure I should know. But look, I'm not shilling or what's it called? Simping, not simping. My take is this, and you can say I'm wrong. The way it ended was a mess, but to think like that the boss was like crippled by it, he wasn't. He might have been hurt because he's a genuine dude, but it is what it is. All right. And that's why, look, it's not for me to say. It's not my fucking place. Watch the boss on fucking Monday. Talk to Landau. I'm sure it'll be hilarious. I'm sure hijinks will sue, not unlike jigs at a gas station. All right. Anything else? I am Sicilian. Keanu is part Sicilian as well. I don't know what this is, only because the exchange rate, those different currencies on OnlyFans, Guru. I don't know what that is. I get that. The Both. Hey, Both. The Botheth. Citizen M. I don't think he did, Citizen M. I think the internet starts those rumors. I think you could say that was said, but people like you start lies. And I don't think that's true. All right. I know he said he didn't find her attractive. Why can't you do that? Is Chad actually funny? No, he's not. I'd say Ray is genuinely funny. He's not. Gene is funnier than Chad. Levy is funnier than KB. Shuli, Cunha are all way funnier. I don't know what you're ranking, but they're all good people. Chad sucks and fucking Ray's a hack. All right, there you go. That said, I am Black Sicilian. It is not time for pet of the day. Stancil is not homeless. He lives with his mother. And I guess that's it. Yeah, thank you, Flat Cat. There you go. He never said that. But you get these guys, and this is why MLC should never fail. As shitty as the show is, they give people like Citizen M value in their life. And they're like, oh, anything I say is real. It's not. It's not real. You're going to eventually learn. Yeah, well then, dude, get back into reality, Citizen M. You shouldn't have said it the other way then. Then say, did he? If you're not sure what you're talking about, then say did. Not why did, then say did. But here's your problem, Citizen M, as you backpedal. I don't mean this in a mean way. You're learning, Citizen M. But the bottom line is, you're like, I can say whatever I want because Brendan will read it and he'll say it's true and it's not. and then you say a shitty thing about a guy that's great to me, I push back, and then fucking Brennan gets the whole echo chamber to shit on good people. So you can stay in that world, Citizen M, but you have these flashes of this where you're like, I don't know, I was just out of the loop. Then why don't you get in the loop of a show that's fun and honest and silly and make fun of themselves, rather than get in the loop of a show that lies, is toxic, and champions pro wrestling, and we'll sit there and say, yeah, the boss did this and Gino did that, and they're lies. And you're like, well, it can't be a lie because Kevin said it. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Thank you so much, John Keeler. I am a fucking bitch. I am Brennan with a better publicist. Those Biscontis did so much fucking. That's true. I guess he does. I don't know. And Marcus Welby, good name. There you go. Joey Dago, you're just in time for me to leave. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.